Oh boy. All right. August 20th. I did not end up taking a trade today. Here, I'm gonna put it back on this other screen. Um, so I can get a little bit more in detail. All right. So yep, I did not end up taking a trade, but dude, I had so many. Let's see, I had two really good entries that I should have taken. That's why I'm fixing off the charts. It's 10:30. I already know exactly what I did wrong, and so I just want to post a video and show you guys what was up about that. And so this right here would have been my entry. Or first, let me go through the checklist. Right, daily bias. Um, so daily bias was all right. Really, my ranges today were this would have been my prominent draw on liquidity low and then high. I was aiming to take out this low right here, which I mean we almost did. Ended up not sweeping, but still there was great potential in the market today. 250, but market ended up moving like 300 points to the downside. All right, let me go on replay and drop it back down to the 1 minute. All right, so already I was going bearish for the day, just the way of ICT daily bias and draws on liquidity. So really, I'm just looking for this 945 move, and we did get one right before, and so I was using this as the low to base my trade off of. So as soon as we closed low right there, momentum candle, and that is displacement. Do not, I didn't, I had a hard time of placing an entry off of a momentum candle instead of grading it as true displacement. I'm not taking a trade unless there's true displacement that backs the trade up. And I was going off of this gap right here on I think it was the 1 hour. 1 hour gap right there, present, and then there was a low right underneath it. Could have gotten out of the gap, or you could have waited. It could have been an easy 1 to 3 trade, or you could have held for 1 to 3.35. RR. So that was my first entry that I feel like I should have taken. And since I missed it, I'm therefore going to remove myself from the markets. Don't want to make any rash or stupid decisions. Then we're going to go up for my second trade. So price moved down again. And then we came down and we did not take out this low. So what does that mean? There's a lower probability now that we're going to take it out in my eyes. So that's why I was going from external to internal, because there is low probability. And so what did I do? I was just aiming for this wick right here to be taken out. Entry would have been right there. And for me, that's still kind of risky because, yes, I'm just getting a momentum candle. I don't know if that is a lot of displacement. If we would have taken out the high and then closed below in that range, that would have given me more conviction to take a sell. And what ends up happening, we ended up smashing it. And so here we are here we are presently. I mean, shoot, if you want to, you could have held to a 1 to 2. So I feel like that was a little bit more conviction. or I mean, whatever you guys wanted to do, it is what it is. I would have gladly taken that 1.5. I told you guys right now I'm struggling with taking trades under 1 to 2 risk to reward, which it is completely fine to take a trade because the lower that your RR is, the higher the probability of that trade. That's the way you got to think of it. And I was talking about some of that yesterday. But really, I just want to go over this right here. This trade right here was this. I would have been very comfortable taking this trade. And the whole bias of me and my strategy is off of a swing low or a swing high. There's only one or two things that we can do. We can either close exactly how we did, or we could pull back to expand further. That is one. That right there is one thing that we could have done. Or we could have came back up, closed above the range, bam, and we could have taken it to some form, probably this daily bias high right here. And we closed very strong under this range, so that's why my stop loss was right above, and then could have targeted this gap or this bias low. Sometimes what I'll do if I cannot get that good of a read on, which I had a lot of context here, so I wouldn't have done it. But this is one thing or one way that I can place a comfortable stop loss with not having a lot of data. This right here for me would have been a manipulation leg because we tried to manipulate up, we took out this little high, and then we closed below. So then after I would have seen momentum and displacement right here, that's where I would have placed my entry, and then you could have went to a 1 to 3 standard deviation or 1 to 2 standard deviation. 1 to 2 or a 1 to 2.5, went into that gap, maybe around the 1.5. So that's the trade for today. I know this is going to be a little bit shorter of a video, but I want to end up going to the gym and making the most out of my day. And one thing psychologically that I have been, that I really found positivity in is, bro, do not listen to what anybody has to say about you and your plan and your path. There is one person that you need to be listening to, and that is the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is going to, if you listen to that voice, to that image, you will know exactly where to go, exactly what to do, and just wait and be patient. That if you listen to that voice right there, will set your path straight. Don't listen to what these other people are telling you, man. I had so many people. I used to work at UPS. They said, "Oh, just go over there and put your time in." I worked there for roughly 2 years. Hey, you're gonna get in a package car. You'll be making 70 grand, making decent, and you have good benefits, bro. No, 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 no. What ended up happening was they ended up going from 58 feeder drivers to 18. So they cut more than double, or more than they ended up cutting more than half of their feeder supply, moved those people to package car, and then those package car workers who didn't have any what do you call it, any time put in, the people with a lower amount of time got moved back to the warehouse, and then those people in the warehouse ended up getting laid off. So that's just here to say, listen to that best version of yourself, that person, that image in your mind. You will know exactly what to do, and that's why I'm here. That is absolutely why I'm here. And I've chosen to take less hours at work to where I could have more money invested into this. And like I said, I want to be one of the best teachers on YouTube. I want to show you guys in and out of every single thought, my whole thought process on this. Um, so yeah, that's the trade. I just wanted to share that psychology with you guys. That's gonna be it. I wish I could have. I mean, of course, I wish I would have won, but also, a wise man once told me that you being okay with not taking a trade on the charts, that is trading maturity. and I agree with that fully. If I could have taken another stupid entry today, went low, but on the account we are still $351 in profit and aiming to grow. So yeah, so even if I don't get a good trade or whatever, still gonna make the most of my day. Still going to go to the gym, get everything right, mind right, body right, whatever. So that's gonna be the trade today. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.